of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Yes.
Wow.
And we're off and running. Good morning, everybody.
Certainly are.
Happy Hump Day.
Is it Hump Day?
Sure is Happy Hump Day.
Wow.
But it's not a happy day.
Why is that?
12 years ago today.
What happened?
Well, a thing happened.
Is it 9/11?
A thing happened. We've been talking about 9/11 for, I would say, about 12 years now.
9/11. All right.
And they're going to be reading the names again.
Jesus.
And they should read the names again, of course.
Certainly.
We said this a few years ago. How long is this going to go on before before the media taps out?
Yeah.
I don't think the people will ever tap out, and I don't think, certainly the families will never tap out.
Didn't the media tap out one year or something?
I think they started
Matt
tapping
Lauer
out.
did last year.
Yeah.
They tapped out last year? We lost
on
one?
Today's show, yeah.
Because after 9/11, the anniversary every year, everyone was all in.
Well, that first year was fucking just as goddamn crazy.
How about the first almost 10 years that everyone was all in, and now they're slowly dropping out of the reading of the names. And I hear today they're not doing any speeches. Now we're just doing names.
What do you mean? No speeches like down there?
No speeches.
No
speeches.
Politicians.
Billy Joel's going to sing a little thing, and then they're going to start reading some names, and that's what they're doing this year, yes.
Man.
So, what are you doing?
I don't know. It's fucking a little cuticle problem. I think I got it, though.
Cuticle problem.
Cuticle.
Nothing cute about it.
It's horrible. Wow. Yeah, 9/11.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
You know how I remembered it was 9/11?
How?
Because I was on the plane coming home, and
That was close.
the flight attendant was, yeah, I know.
Well,
I
12
didn't.
Not sure
years.
if that was 12 years ago.
Oh,
It was
boy.
the same kind of plane, too, an American Airlines 767. And the flight attendant, I heard talking to the flight attendant, she said something about, was it before 9/11? Like, they were talking about something in the galley, and I'm like, oh my God, it's fucking the 11th.
Right.
And then you went, Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Jesus.
Did you see that clip of those fucking guys near the, they had some big gun at a little dirt road intersection.
Yeah.
And it's like, boom, 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 and they're all gathered around it. And out of nowhere, this fucking missile comes and just eliminates them.
Wipes them all out.
Oh, and it like knocked the guy that was doing the video back in the building. He was like in a building.
Right.
And you just hear him going, Allah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
What's it?
They love that. They love screaming that.
That's all they want to yell.
Good, bad, and different.
What's it going to take for the world to kind of get along?
Oh, never.
Never, right?
Yeah, fair.
But could something happen where the world goes, oh fuck, we got to get
Alien invasion,
along,
maybe.
right?
Alien invasion
Is the only thing.
where we have to unite as a planet, like ID, Independence Day.
Do you realize how ridiculous this whole thing is? I mean, you can't even wrap your head around how incredibly large the universe is.
Yeah.
Some people say the one piece of sand represents only one galaxy, and then you look at the entire beach, and that's all the galaxies. And they said that's even maybe a small number. And then you pick that one piece of sand, and then inside that sand is one planet that fucking can't get along with each other.
Just can't even deal.
How ridiculous is that?
It is
If you really
ridiculous.
try to wrap your head around it's just ridiculous.
It shows how stupid we are and fucking primitive still. And,
We are, right?
Yeah.
Humans like to think that we're pretty smart, and
but I mean,
We're apes.
we're just
we are
just
apes.
still
It's
stupid. Just
Real
stupid.
stupid.
I mean, this one piece of dust that's flying around, let's say this room represents
Yeah.
Earth, and that little piece of dust has just ridiculous turmoil. It's so stupid.
Especially since most of the turmoil going on these days is based on some magical fucking cloud living people that were like, our magic guy is better than your magic guy.
It would make sense if we were, fighting over strawberries.
Right. That would make more sense.
What country has the best strawberries?
Right.
And then you defend your strawberries.
But we're arguing over magical people things.
Right.
Other beings probably look at our planet the way we'd look at a planet if they were fighting over color forms.
Yes.
What are you, retards?
Right.
Fucking what's the matter with you? It's nonsense.
I'm not questioning anyone's faith here, but you're
am.
right.
It all stinks.
You're
So
right.
stupid
You're all
to argue
morons.
over invisible magical people that live in the sky.
So we're just gonna have ridiculous turmoil
Yeah, because of
in
that.
our little space in the universe.
Yeah.
You think if there is life elsewhere that they're also having turmoil, or
I'd hope so. I'd hate to think we're so stupid that we're the only ones.
man, Obama's in a tough spot, huh?
He's an idiot.
So I
I'm
get-
sorry. A fucking moron.
he he talked a good game, and he should have just
should have done something right away. If you're going to do something, just do it right away.
Immediately.
Hey, they used gas. All right,
this is what we do now.
But now it's this big boudel, as they say.
And what? Putin's coming in to clean up his mess?
The fucking Russians have to come in and bail out
because Putin is very trustworthy.
Oh.
That mafia boss.
Exactly.
We're dealing with a mafia boss now.
Yeah.
Usually that doesn't work out well in the end.
Yeah.
Right?
Never.
You think you're pals with the mafia guy, and then you realize, what happened?
So he's
Why
the guy.
Why am I being thrown in a trunk and driven upstate?
Yeah. He's the guy that's going to bail Obama out.
I don't know. And Obama, I think, basically told the people last night that Assad, continue killing your own people. Just don't use the gas.
Yeah. Don't use gas.
I think that's the message I got last night.
Of course it is.
Isn't that ridiculous?
Yeah.
We've already determined he's an asshole.
He's killed so many more people with conventional, weaponry than with the gas.
But don't kill him with the gas.
Yeah.
That's the red line, because he'll continue killing his people.
We look so weak as a country now. It's back in the Carter days, and we just look like a weak paper tiger, a joke.
Although we looked that way after whatchamacallit too.
After what?
In Africa, in Somalia.
Oh, Somalia, yeah.
Yes, that's why Bin Laden planned 9/11.
Yeah, it's one of those, you get a Democrat in there. And Obama is just the epitome of indecisiveness with everything. He is not, I'm sorry, not a good leader. He's just not. I mean, and you could say they're all the same and everything. I understand, and especially with domestic shit and business and unemployment and things like that. But when your foreign policy is a joke and you're indecisive as a world leader,
you got Osama bin Laden. He's not a joke.
You know what? Let me tell you something.
He got us out of a couple of wars. He's no joke.
This proves that he had nothing to do with that.
He's no joke.
He's such a joke.
He's no joke, sir.
He's a fucking joke.
I'm in the middle on him. I don't know.
A fucking joke.
I thought he's been a little tougher than I thought. Personally, I think he was tougher than I thought he'd be on the Middle East.
He had nothing to do with any foreign policy that you've seen done. He delegated cruise missiles and Predator drone strikes to the people that need it, the military, the hawks, the people that know it. They're in the know as far as who to fucking blow up and shit.
Right.
Okay, you do that. I'll sit here.
But his constituency is a lot of people who loved Obama or hate that he did that. I love that he did that. He did not close Guantanamo, and people are like, well, he lied, but he said he was going to do it. And I guess whatever happens when you get elected, he didn't do it. So Guantanamo's still like, he didn't do all this radical shit that was going to annoy me.
I'm very curious, to get like a Republican president to see if there is a significant change or a Republican that could work around this system of ours.
There's always been, when a Republican is in office, for the most part,
it'll be very interesting.
You always have a strong military, a strong eye in the world eye. You're always like, oh wow, don't fuck with the United States. They're fucking crazy.
Right.
But this guy, the fact that Putin's got to step in and bail his fucking ass out.
But that's not going to work.
No, of course it's not.
It's not going to work. What is he doing? He's biding time because he's panicking.
He's panicky, Pete. He really is.
I mean, you've basically said this guy's an animal, so you got to make sure he's out of there. Right? You can't leave him in there.
Or just leave the whole situation alone. One or the other.
Well, yeah, but he kind of committed.
Of course he did.
So now he's in a weird spot. Here's a little highlight from last night's speech.
Our ideals and principles, as well as our national security, are at stake in Syria. Along with our leadership of a world where we seek to ensure that the worst weapons will never be used. America's not the world's policeman. Terrible things happen across the globe.
Really?
And it is beyond our means to right every wrong.
Really?
But when, with modest effort and risk, we can stop children from being gassed to death,
Jimmy,
and thereby make our own children safer over the long run, I believe we should act. That's what makes America different.
And do what?
That's what makes us exceptional.
Did you watch the speech last night?
No, I didn't.
At one point, I'm like, man, this guy is teasing that we're going to fucking start bombing him right when he stops talking.
Should have.
He was teasing it. And then all of a sudden he went the other direction with the Putin thing.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, you were watching that thing thinking, "Oh my God, we're going, we're going to do something." Here's another highlight.
Many of you have asked, won't this put us on a slippery slope to another war?
Oh, it's racist.
Fucking hate the slippery slopes.
Slippery slopes.
Yeah.
Look out.
I want to just say at the end of the day,
At the end of the day, I'm really good with slippery slopes. Yeah.
I don't fucking slide back down.
I take the steps.
Well, that's being good with them too.
Has a slippery slope ever really been a slippery slope since, like, maybe we sent advisors into Vietnam and it was a slippery slope? Because every time someone says, "It's a slippery slope," it never really is.
No.
When was the last slippery slope we really slipped
Who decided we needed to say slippery slope a lot?
Slippery slope.
Why do we say slippery slope?
You ever notice the slippery slope is always on flat ground? You ever notice that? No, I didn't.
really quite slippery.
Yeah, I'll tell you what's slippery. The satin pillow my head is on. That's slippery.
You know what's slippery? The muscles in my jaw. They slipped right down. Now it sits on my chest for eternity.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. I don't, slippery slope.
I hate that term.
Have we?
Yeah.
Maybe Korea was a slippery slope.
Korea.
Of us getting involved in other people's fucking business.
Yeah.
And not knowing how to end it.
That was a long slope.
And then look what happened. From then you got Vietnam, and then from then you had fucking Iraq and Afghanistan, and now this.
But do they really want to end it? Thank you.
At the time.
Sometimes you just don't want to end the war thing.
Well, when we thought we were going to lose Southeast Asia to the commies,
right?
We had to do something. In that context of those times, the early 60s, late 50s, early 60s, we were in a real fucking battle with the Soviets and China about communism. So it made sense to send troops in. Did. Yeah. Now it looks like, what the fuck were we doing? People don't understand our own national security back then was to keep communism from, sweeping around the world.
We had a real reason, right?
Yeah. That was even a reason. But in hindsight,
we had our own interests we had to protect.
Yeah. In hindsight, though, you look and go, that wasn't really a reason.
In
hindsight, at the end of the day, it's a slippery slope.
Ooh. Wow.
Yes. Look out.
Let's kick the can down the street and think about that for a little while.
You want to throw the ball around with the ladies?
I'm not sure if I want to go with that one.
I was cracking over that yesterday.
I'm not sure if I want to go with that one. I went home. It was the Bill Burr thing, and then you step outside. It's a beautiful sunny day, and I'm like, "What am I doing?"
Oh boy,
we like those guys.
Yeah, but that is funny.
Okay, all right, then fuck it. I'm gonna go with it.
Yeah. Many of you have asked, won't this put us on a slippery slope to another war? One man wrote to me that we are still recovering from our involvement in Iraq.
I think more than one person.
A veteran put it more bluntly. This nation is sick and tired of war. My answer is simple.
Simple.
I will not put American boots on the ground in Syria.
Because they're made in China.
I will not pursue an open-ended action like Iraq or Afghanistan. I will not pursue a prolonged air campaign like Libya or Kosovo. This would be a targeted strike to achieve a clear objective.
Then do it! Stop talking
the use
about
of
it!
Chemical weapons and degrading Assad's capabilities.
Yeah,
Jesus.
We're still going to do something.
He talks about it like Noah, both of them, Kerry, him, they've just talked about this like, don't worry, it's nothing. Don't worry. What did fucking Kerry say? It's a small, tiny, teeny, tiny little thing we're going to do?
Yes.
Then fucking just do it.
Yeah, shut your face.
Do it already.
Stop groveling for approval from everybody and do it.
Right.
If you're going to do it,
Be a leader.
Do it.
Be a
Holy
leader.
fuckaroni.
But then again, the public doesn't want him to do it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's a tough spot for him.
But who cares? If the public doesn't want you to do it.
So what? He's waiting for the public to turn around and then he'll finally do it?
They're not going to turn around.
Because the Putin thing is a joke, obviously.
Do it or don't do it. But do something.
He's using the Putin thing to try to get the support of the American people on his side. He's using Putin. He knows the Putin thing isn't going to work.
You know when I like a slippery slope?
What?
Tobogganing.
Yeah, of course.
You go tobogganing, it's like, hey, look, a slippery slope. And then you go, oh, cool, let's fucking...
That's what I'm talking about.
Skiing, Snowboarding?
Yes.
You know what I don't like a slippery slope? When someone says, hey, we need to get that safe of old dynamite on top of that slope.
See, that now is bad.
Yeah. You just slip and it falls on you.
Old sweaty dynamite.
Yeah, I have that a lot.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm just sick of seeing John Kerry. His face is creeping me the fuck out.
That's weird. He's got that one dead-looking eye socket.
I finally figured out he's a rock'em sock'em robot.
A big blockhead.
He's a big blockhead.
You knocked my block off.
What is wrong with him?
He does. He's got like that square.
Is it Botox? What is going on?
Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe he tried to do something.
I don't want my politicians doing Botox.
Yeah,
taking Botox shots.
When did it happen? Because when he was like, I don't know. I'm ready for, what did he say?
You got to go old school, rock'em sock'em, Sam Roberts.
My name is John Kerry.
That's old school?
Reporting for duty.
All right.
How embarrassing
he didn't look
is
like that then.
You think that's embarrassing, that moment?
Oh, God, what an embarrassing moment.
Reporting for duty.
Reporting for duty, and he saluted. Oh, what an asshole.
If he had a dildo and he tapped his forehead with it, that would have been less embarrassing.
There you go. There's John
they
Kerry.
did it?
No, but you could.
Oh, yeah, look, the rock'em sock'em robot.
The old school rock'em sock'em robot. That's what John Kerry's face looks like.
Those were fun for 5 minutes.
I hated that toy. One of the most overrated toys ever. Rock'em sock'em robots.
Fun for 5 minutes.
Right?
Then it just got like...
And then you set them on fire and watch them melt. We loved watching our toys melt.
Yeah.
On way to Memorial wants to say thanks. Wow, really?
For what?
Carl, what's up, buddy?
Good morning, gentlemen.
Hey, buddy.
Coral.
Broke out the uniform on my way down to the memorial, and I just wanted to say thank you for your support through the years and always acknowledging uniform services and work that they do. I appreciate that very much.
We were first responders with laughs.
That's right.
We responded with some chuckles for everyone. First responders.
That is true.
Yes.
They're listening on the radio. It's always, I many times feel like I'm part of a little group of guys who's getting a good laugh.
That's good. Well,
Anthony, I got one for you.
Oh!
I teach at the National Fire Academy on occasion, and
like a radio show.
Very, very, very strict about terms. And one of the terms they gave us a piece of paper of the things you can't say. You can't use the term flip chart anymore.
Flip chart?
Remember easel charts? You have to call it an easel chart.
Why can't you use flip?
That you write on, you can't call it a flip chart.
Why?
It's derogatory against Filipinos.
Why, they call them flips?
I guess so, yeah.
I never knew that.
So what is it, fucking Easel Wilson?
An easel chart.
Jesus.
I couldn't think of another famous flip.
Of course, another flip.
All right. Thank you.
Gotta keep up on my fucking slurs.
See you later.
I didn't even know that.
I know.
Yeah.
Fucking people, you say that, someone's going to fucking easel out on you.
Wow.
Why is it fucking up? Everyone's telling Obama's a fucking easel flop president. What am I supposed to do? It's not my fault.
Right, you're supposed to stop.
You're right. I can't. I can't. Just
to break down the Obama thing, what do you think happened? He just assumed, like, holy fuck, this is brutal what's going on in Syria, and obviously the American people will be behind me.
What did I just do? Yeah.
And then the polls come back, and he's like, oh, my God, they don't want me to do this.
He backed himself into a corner saying that red line shit.
Right.
He said, if they use gas, that's the red line. Like, because people were saying there's hundreds of thousands or 100,000 people that have been dying over there in Syria. What are you going to do about it? He's like, well, we're going to sit back, and if he uses that gas, that's when we're going to do something. That's the red line.
So then they use the gas,
and now he's put himself in the corner where if he doesn't do something, he looks like, the paper tiger.
And just a dumb, airstrike's not going to do anything. You got to get the guy out of there. He's saying that.
But then it's like nobody wants us involved in a civil war like that. It's figuring, And
then what?
So now he's put in a position where he's got to do something or do nothing. One or the other. And he should have immediately fired some shit at something, whatever. It might be useless, but at least it doesn't look like he has no decisiveness with anything. Anything.
They say that is a big criticism of him. That but they say he also does carefully consider every option. But I think he shot himself in the foot by saying that. I think that was a dumb thing to say.
It was really stupid.
He's just not the same guy that gave that amazing speech.
Oh, God.
where the place was going.
The keynote address at the fucking Democratic National Convention a million years ago?
In 2004, yeah. Mm-hmm. That was also before.
That's already 9 years ago, huh?
Yeah.
Now when he talks like that, it kind of annoys me. Like, it sounds too patterned and rehearsed.
You don't buy it anymore.
Right, you don't buy it anymore.
When he gave a speech at the fucking Martin Luther King 50th anniversary thing.
Right.
He sounds completely different than... You listen to the speech he gave last night, and then he puts on that black thing. Oh, America, here in America. What the where did you come from?
That's all right. At least he's only being half phony. Hillary's 100% phony when she does it.
We come too far.
I remember when I was baling hay. Oh wait, those were just my calves I was lifting to put my shoes on. She's the worst.
She's got a sensible haircut now.
Does she?
Yeah,
I haven't seen her new do, Sam.
She changed up her hair.
She does look sensible.
She looks ready to
run for president.
She's too old.
I know, and
she's going to run.
How old is she?
She's 82.
She fucking might as well be, dude. What's she, like 66 or something?
She's old enough 65, 66, yes.
That's what you want, a 70-year-old lady. That's who's got her finger on the pulse.
A useless womb.
Like, say, a woman I don't want to talk to for 5 minutes in Walmart. I want running the free world.
Yeah.
But what does Bill do? That's got to be the weirdest thing ever.
He just fucking walks around, swaggers.
He's just going to walk around the White House?
Hey, I'm the first gentleman.
You do want to see that, right?
Yeah, you know
totally.
what? God
you kind of want to see
He's
that.
Back again.
Then what does he do?
In his fucking pajama bottoms.
And
how you doing?
And does he have to hang out with the world leaders' wives and stuff?
Oh, all the world leaders are crying.
Do what the first ladies do. Pick out the fucking China pattern. That's good.
I'm picking out the Christmas tree
Look,
this year.
I got a pillbox hat on like Jackie O. He just fucking walks around totally mocking the first lady thing. That'd be great.
Damn it, you're right. I want Hillary now.
That would
he
be
will be
fun.
the guy giving a tour of the White House.
Yeah. You know what might help him?
Scratching his balls.
What might help her is the idea of him being in the White House again. People might like the idea of Bill Clinton being believe me, he'll be a part of her thought process.
Puppet regime. Have her in there as president, but he's kind of pulling some strings.
Of course.
I'll make a phone call, Hillary.
And could he be vice president technically?
I don't think so. I don't even think you're able to fucking be president if something happens to the president and you're next in line. I don't think you're able to do that after 2 terms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What can you do? Like, how far can you go in government once you've been president?
He could be a senator, can he?
Can he, though?
I think he can. I don't think any of them do because I think it's that step down thing. So I think once you're president, you just fucking, you're done.
Right.
You get spit out the top, game over kind of a thing.
Sure.
But man, that'd be funny. A tour going through the White House and they come around a corner and he's just in his pajama bottoms. How you doing?
His balls showing.
Come on in here. He's just drinking a fucking beer.
I would love that.
Scratching his ball sack. That would be cool.
So you got the Wieners officially out.
Yeah.
That's it. I guess de Blasio. Did de Blasio get enough votes where there's no runoff or anything? He's the guy? He's the fucking guy?
He won the primary, and it's all because of his Afro Kid.
Afro Kid really did it. Put him over the top.
When
Bloomberg didn't like that. He said it was kind of he was using race to muscle himself in there.
I missed Bloomberg already.
With Afro Kid.
Afro Kid, yeah. The reveal on Afro Kid was fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
And then he just shot up in the polls.
He's like,
because of Afro Kid.
I vote for him even if he wasn't my dad. What? What? Wow! You gotta be shitting me!
I didn't see that commercial.
Oh yeah, it's good.
I've never seen that commercial.
You've never seen that commercial.
I went, what? What?
I want to see.
Do we know the poll numbers before and after Afro Kid?
Afro Kid put him right
because he was kind of what, in the middle. In the polls?
Yeah. Quinn
and
was...
then he shot up. People were talking about Colin Quinn.
Colin Quinn. I want to be a mayor. Less fucking... Colin's less manly than fucking...
Yeah, we fucking both have sensible hairdos.
You've never seen this commercial?
No, I swear to you.
Oh, this is the only reason.
I want to tell you...
Here it is.
This is the only reason he's the guy now.
He's the only Democrat with the guts to really break from the Bloomberg years. The only one who will raise taxes on the rich, fund early childhood and after-school programs. He's got the boldest plan to build affordable housing. And he's the only one who will end a stop-and-frisk era that unfairly targets people of color. Bill de Blasio will be a mayor for every New Yorker, no matter where they live or what they look like.
Who's this kid?
And I'd say that even if he weren't my dad.
Whoa! Wow! What?
Wow!
But he's in your
What?
But
Wow!
what?
Holy shit!
How did that? But
And he made his son grow the afro.
grow that afro, son.
Yeah.
Grow that afro.
Get
I'm
it
running.
as big as you can.
Right, you got a year to get that afro in shape.
I don't want anyone looking saying, "Well, he could be that." No, we want a giant afro on you.
Kid was horrible at reading, by the way.
That stop and frisk shit is
He was reading
annoying.
that whole shit, and it was off to the side of the camera.
I kind of like the idea that we could go back to the 80s and early 90s of Manhattan. I really want GTA fucking 5 in New York City again. All fucking degenerates, hookers, fucking squeegee people, seedy.
Couple porn theaters.
Bring back diesel buses. Bah! Black smokes billowing out of buses.
Just staining everything as they...
Not even like you have to. Like,
going
why
down
would technology go backwards? But I want that.
Those buses would go down Broadway and just stain everything. Blowing shit at everything.
Just fucking pour cement on the curbs that are cut for the handicapped. Right. Put the curbs back again.
Exactly.
Everything back like the 80s.
Take those fucking potted plant shits out.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Man.
Cops on the
racks.
beat again that could just fucking hammer people, give them the wood shampoos, the Motorola shampoo,
Wood shit.
the Maglite shampoo, all of it.
What's funnier than a wood shampoo?
Wood shampoo. Yeah, we gave him the old wood shampoo. You beat him with a billy club over the head.
And being proud of it, too.
It's fantastic. Remember when everything, yes, thank you, everything smelled like piss.
Oh, yeah.
No matter
Urine.
where you went,
The smell of
everything
urine
smelled
everywhere.
like piss.
Homeless urine.
That was Manhattan.
I miss it.
Let's see if I can make a cologne.
Well, hopefully de Blasio can bring all that back.
I don't know. Then you got the other guy who used to run the MTA, right?
Lahoda.
Oh, boy.
It's
Yeah.
a comfortable name to say.
Lahoda. Anthony Weiner, though.
Yeah, he's done.
He had to
see
concede
him no
last
more.
night. And then he jumped in his car and gave everyone the finger. That's great. Way to go. Way to go, buddy.
That's good. That's like how Tricky Dick fucking got on the steps of the helicopter and gave the peace sign.
Right.
He fucking flipped everybody off.
He's flipping everyone off like he doesn't understand why.
No. Don't have Anthony Weiner to kick around anymore.
He's very, very arrogant, this Anthony Weiner.
Yeah, he
really
is
is.
irritating.
He's extremely arrogant.
Entertaining as fuck, but
You can't flip everyone the bird. Mm-hmm. Unless in your head you really know it's over in politics.
yeah.
What's he going to do now? Use his speeches?
Yeah, he'll be on.
Beat his wife.
I bet you
frustration.
he's going to be on one of these news channels. He'll do
He
the Elliot
could.
Spitzer. Elliot Spitzer did it, but he was just such a bore they couldn't keep him
Yeah.
on there.
Weiner would be great, like fucking
he's gonna-
just going off like he did with O'Donnell, just fucking going like he'd be great to
He's
watch.
gonna mark my word. Anthony Weiner's going to be a TV star.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of these cable outlets will pick him up in a second.
Fox.
You
No,
think he
yeah,
could?
yeah,
that would be,
MSNBC.
that'd be funny.
It would be fun if he went on Fox, of course.
Could be CNN.
Probably CNN.
They'd have him.
Probably.
MSNBC definitely would have him.
MSNBC would definitely take him. Yeah, they're taking like fucking Alec Baldwin now. I guess Alec Baldwin's going to have a show.
I guess.
On MSNBC, and then they gave one to Reverend Al. It's like fucking give one to anybody on there.
They're desperate.
Any lib.
Yeah. So here's Anthony Weiner saying bye-bye.
I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, there's no doubt about it. We had the best ideas. Sadly, I was an imperfect messenger.
Who's that?
And you know what?
What up?
When I would travel around, when sometimes things got a little dicey on the campaign, and I'd go to a subway stop, or I'd go to a concert or a church service, sometimes people would come up to me and they'd wrap their arms around me, or they'd pull me close to whisper in my ear, they'd take my hand,
rear?
and they'd say, "Don't quit."
That's right.
Well, there was never any quit in this campaign.
That was it, really? That's the highlight?
And then he was thanking everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
But his wife was not thanked.
Oh boy. Oh shit.
Because his wife wasn't there.
Wow.
They must
Yeah,
be
that's
finished.
Dunsky.
Did you hear Sydney Leathers showed up to his
I
party?
heard that, yes.
What a cunt.
Hey, she's a lovely gal.
Oh,
And she
sorry.
had a big sign.
She had a sign? What is she doing?
That's why he was so
Sign's
mad at flipping people off, because she followed him around.
What did her sign say?
It said something about not voting for Weiner. Like, it was during the day.
What a
She was holding up a sign
Piece
that
of shit.
she's a piece of shit.
said something about not voting for Weiner and advertising her app that she's coming
out.
out.
Girl.
Of course.
What, she thinks she's going to continue being famous?
Goodbye.
Yeah, she said.
No, she's not.
They asked her about her 15 minutes being
She's not-
over.
she's
and
not
she said it's
hot
a lot
enough.
more than 15 minutes.
No,
really?
no. She might
Jennifer
make,
Flowers. Whoa.
she might make the end of the year, and that's about it.
That sweet angel is going to continue her climb.
You think so?
Christ on a pony.
I certainly do.
Yeah, sure.
Delightful young lady.
You got some information, Jim
her
Norton?
fake
Why
titties.
would you support this broad?
I just think she's lovely.
Her lipo and her fake tits that she got.
She got
right?
implants, right?
And lipo.
You know what?
Oh, I
she's
could
moving
work.
she's moving into the porn world because that's a great business model right now.
Yeah.
4 HIV fucking people.
Yeah, she gets into fucking porn and finds out she fucked some guy that fucking has fucked someone with the HIV.
Yeah.
She fucked some guy who fucked somebody with the HIV.
Well, the guy with the HIV, who had the HIV did gay porn too, and I bet he was banging this chick was his girlfriend. This whatever her name was, something Bay, Carmen Bay, and then he fucking probably gave it to her. I think most of it came from gay porn.
Her new boobies are nice, but see, she's got that fucking.
She got that fake dress on.
That fake dress that gives you the fake figure.
It's
you put the black on the sides,
right?
And next thing you know, you look a little slimmer.
It's like what Boy George started doing with his chin when he painted all black to make it look like he didn't have the double chin. They have the dress, the sides are black, the middle has the shape she wants to have.
Of course.
So she walks around like with a fake fucking
And then
body.
she just got to find dark backgrounds and you look great.
Yes, just stand in front of black things.
You look great.
Or from what I read, Weiner went to McDonald's after his concession speech.
Yeah.
And then he got followed by a bunch of reporters, and Sydney Leathers followed him there.
Oh, that's pathetic.
And so they kind of chased him out, and that's when he flipped everybody off.
Of course.
He was like,
Probably
leave me
like,
the
why is
fuck
this
alone.
bitch following me?
Yeah, that's sad.
Well, that's what he gets for committing sin.
Well, true.
He's a sinning man.
He is a sinner.
And she's just going to every reporter talking about what a bad person he is. What's her problem?
As she just spreads her fucking legs for the video and go away.
What a
bitches
mistake.
like that. Wow, did he fuck up?
What a mistake.
It's like I could have just picked somebody that would have stayed quiet.
Yeah.
Shit. This bitch just trying to fucking get a career out of texting me.
He did make a mistake.
He did.
But he should have just put it, stopped jerking off until he got the gig again.
Exactly.
Did you mention that Weiner couldn't walk through the front of a bar? He had to go through McDonald's. Is that why he went through McDonald's? Why couldn't he go through the bar?
I don't know. I mean, I know
this
he
guy
went
is
through
in town.
McDonald's.
There were already 2 Jews in it. What?
Matt in New York.
Two Jews.
Yes.
Morning, guys. I actually heard this on Going Local on Wins this morning that apparently the bar he did the speech at, there were so many people. He actually did some McDonald's. Who would think a McDonald's would be connected to the bar like this? He actually had to go through the McDonald's on the side, sneak in to get in, and then walk out that one. So,
yeah, just the entrance he used.
Anthony Weiner's not going away.
But so she was in the bar waiting for him. Sydney Leathers was.
Right.
And then when he exited through the McDonald's, she chased him into the McDonald's just to harangue him.
What a bitch.
It's kind of funny.
Bitch.
And so, of course, he's going to flip people off through his window.
Kind of funny, but she's got to go away.
What a nuisance she is in his life.
Yeah. She's not hot enough to stick around. I'm sorry. She's all right.
No.
She's aight.
No, she's not good enough, though. You're right.
She's aight.
I
She's the
disagree
aight
vehemently,
category.
gentlemen. I think she's a lovely gal.
Do you have a story, Jimmy?
No.
Okay.
God.
Just think she's
Not lovely. She's
just-
a pig.
You want to look at her like, what's your problem?
Yeah.
What's your
What are you
problem? Just leave the guy alone.
That man harassed this young lady, and he got his comeuppance.
I don't think he
Fuck
did
that.
harass her.
We did poker.
She ended his fucking career.
This is all because he poked her on Facebook. Harassment.
God, she just ended his fucking career.
But I get his point of view too. Like it's like where I was watching a show on when they tape somebody trying to have their spouse murdered, and they say, and the woman goes, "I hope you're not taping me." And it's like they know sometimes like that you could be taping them, but they want it to happen so badly.
Right.
And it's like those guys that would show up to fucking meet to catch a predator, even though they knew that they.
Yeah.
It's,
I knew this could happen.
like Weiner had to know this was possible, but when you're fucking cranking your dick, you're just not. You're like, it won't happen, whatever.
He's going to be on TV, and he's going to give us great TV. I can't wait.
But like, imagine if
can't wait.
every golf tournament that Tiger Woods was in, the Perkins waitress was just right next to him going, "Fuck you, Tiger."
She tried to get into the Masters one year.
She did?
I believe so, yeah.
The Perkins waitress?
One of them. Not the Perkins waitress.
Perkins waitress was a good egg. She kept their fucking mouth shut.
It was the other one. Remember her? Of course not. Do we know her name? Of course not.
The one had to give the money back.
Right.
The one had
Rachel, you could tell.
Yeah, I think
look at you.
I remember her name because she ended up on Celebrity Sober House Rehab thing with Dr. Drew.
And she's alive?
The Death Doctor, Dr. Drew.
Dr. Death, yes.
Dr. Death Drew. My point. Oh, yeah. So one of Tiger's girls tried to do what you're talking about.
Oh.
And they pushed her out, and she was at a golf. I think she was at a golf course close to the Masters, trying to start shit, and everyone's like, "Yeah, but he's over there."
Oh, she wasn't even in the right position.
She wasn't allowed. So, but she still wanted to do what this broad did last night. So she was trying to create some heat for herself somewhere else.
Well, Sydney Leathers got the job done.
Oh yeah,
for now.
Yeah, I mean, all over the papers today, but.
It's done. Like, he's done.
Yeah, now what's she going to do?
Well, if he ends up on TV and he's got a live studio audience, she'll be there every day.
She'll be there.
Boo! Boo!
You just walk up and punch her in the face.
Yeah.
That'd be great. At this point, it wouldn't hurt him.
Right.
Just walk up and punch her in the face.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jimmy made a very good point right before the show. Spitzer also lost, but Spitzer got 48% of the vote.
Yeah, he barely lost.
He barely lost. The winner was who at 52?
The other guy.
The other guy. Thank you. Yeah,
it was the other guy. Yeah,
I didn't really follow that race at all, but Jimmy said that Spitzer actually got hookers.
He was fucking
Weiner.
Yeah,
it looks like Weiner never touched a broad.
He didn't, yeah.
And he got way more heat than Spitzer did.
Uh-huh.
Way more. And Spitzer was actually getting hookers.
Yeah.
But it goes to what we've said all along, that, people are willing to forgive and give you another shot.
If you do it once.
Yeah. The problem doing it twice, that's rough for most people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still say he resigned. He's allowed to keep doing it. I still say he resigned. He's allowed to keep doing it. It's either or.
Lucky him.
Yeah.
It will be interesting to see where he goes now, what he does.